Hello everyone, welcome to Oil Gas YouTube channel, and this is our third part of lecture number 4 of Reservoir Engineering 1. In the first two parts of this lecture, we discussed about the compressible and incompressible fluids in detail. And if you want to watch these videos, then I'm going to put the link of these two videos in the description box, so you can check the description box for these two videos. So let's start this lecture. We have discussed that the incompressible fluids show very small change in volume due to extremely large change in value of pressure. So here is one more example of water. You can see that there is water which is occupying 1 centimeter cube at 10 psi. Now, if the pressure of the water is changed from 10 psi to 31,623 psi, then you can see that the volume of the water is changed from 1 centimeter cube to 0.9 centimeter cube. The reduction in volume is only 0.1 centimeter cube. Here you can see the value of change in volume, whereas you can see that the change in value of pressure is about 31,500 psi. Because the final value of pressure is 31,623, the initial value of pressure is 10 psi, and when you take the difference of these two values, then it comes out to be 31,613. It is about 31,600, or you can say 31,500 psi. Means if the pressure of the water is changed by 31,500 psi, then its volume is reduced by 0.1 centimeter cube only. So this is the definition of compressible fluid, that they show very small change in volume due to change in extremely large value of pressure. Here you can see the definition of compressible fluid. The fluids which show large change in volume due to small change in pressure are called compressible fluid, like ideal gases. Whereas the incompressible fluids are the fluids which shows very small or negligible change in volume due to change in very large value of pressure. So this usually the liquids are included in the definition of incompressible fluid, as well as the gases which are under extremely high pressure can also be treated as incompressible fluid, like a gas which is at 50,000 psi or 60,000 psi is about obviously behaving like liquid, showing a liquid behavior, so they can be included in the definition of incompressible or slightly compressible fluids. The one point which is necessary to understand is that the compressibility of the compressible fluid, the compressibility of the slightly compressible fluid is usually independent of pressure. There is no large change in compressibility values due to change in pressure. So we will see this with example. Here you can see a container containing 1 centimeter cube of water, and here 1 centimeter cube of water, but the difference in these two conditions is that the pressure of this container is 10 psi, whereas the pressure of this container is 100 psi. The temperature conditions are about same. Here you can see water at 10 psi, and here is the water at 100 psi. So if the pressure of this water is changed by 1 psi, means if we increase the pressure from 10 psi to 11 psi, the change will be 1 psi pressure. If we change the pressure of this water by 1 psi, then it will show a particular change in volume, particular value of change in volume. Similarly, if we change the value of this water, value of pressure of this water from 100 psi to 101 psi, means the change in pressure is 1 psi, then it will also show a particular change in volume, a particular value of change in volume. If we compare the change in volume values of these two volumes of water due to change in 1 psi pressure, then we will observe that the value of delta V, means change in volume, is about same, because the incompressible or slightly compressible fluids compressibility value does not change with the change in pressure. So this is the point which is necessary to understand. Whereas in compressible fluids, the compressibility value is changing continuously with pressure. Like we discussed, that a gas which is at 1 psi show large compressibility due to change in 1 psi pressure, as compared to the gas which is at 200 psi. But in case of incompressible fluids, the compressibility value is not affected by the pressure conditions. Since we have seen that the compressibility value of incompressible fluid is not affected by the pressure conditions, whereas the compressibility value of the gases in compressible fluid is highly affected by the pressure conditions. So, what is the factor which can affect the compressibility value of the incompressible fluids or liquids? So, here in this example, we are going to discuss one of the factor which can affect the compressibility value of the liquids. Here you can see a water in container A, means you can say 1 centimeter cube of water, and here also you can see 1 centimeter cube of water in container B. Both of the waters are at 50 psi pressure and temperature conditions are 25 degrees centigrade. The water which is placed in container A containing 40% of dissolved gas, whereas the water which is placed in container B containing 10% of dissolved gas. Now, in this condition, the water which is present in container A, means the water which is containing greater percentage of dissolved gas, is more compressible as compared to the water which is present in container B and containing less percentage of dissolved gas. So we can say that the compressibility value of the liquid is highly affected by the percentage of dissolved gas which is present in these liquids. So this is one of the factor, means dissolved gas is one of the factor which can affect the compressibility value of the incompressible or slightly compressible fluids. You can see that the compressibility of the water which is present in container A is much greater than the compressibility of liquid, means water which is present in container B. If we change the pressure by 1 psi, then container A will show large reduction in volume as compared to the container B because of the presence of greater percentage of dissolved gas. So the compressibility of the liquid is the function of the percentage of dissolved gas which is present inside the liquid. In this scenario, you can see that there are two containers containing this container containing 1 centimeter cube of volatile oil, whereas this container containing 1 centimeter cube of black oil. It is asked that which one of the following crude oil is more compressible. Since both crude oils are at same condition of temperature and pressure, and we know that the volatile oil contains more percentage of lighter component, means this oil containing more dissolved gas, which may be C1, C2 or C3. So this oil contains more percentage of dissolved gas, means lighter component, as compared to the black oil which contain larger percentage of C7 plus or C7 components and low percentage of lighter or gaseous component. So in volatile oil we have large percentage of gaseous component, whereas in black oil we have low percentage of gaseous component. So this oil contains more dissolved gas as compared to this oil, means black oil. So this oil, means volatile oil, is more compressible as compared to black oil. If we change the pressure from by 1 psi from 200 to 201 psi, then volatile oil will show large reduction in volume as compared to the black oil when the pressure is changed by 1 psi. So this is the factor, means the dissolved gas is the percentage of dissolved gas is the factor which can affect the compressibility value of the liquid, and the compressibility of the value of the liquid is changed due to the change in percentage of dissolved gas.